Bitchy. Great intro. Wait, yeah, I think that's enough. No? Okay. Still going? Wow. All right. Anyway, a little bit different today. Going to go with I'm still doing the music. We're going to go with movies. Real versus fake versus favourite versus. I mean, we probably don't need to go to Jumanji.
There's no real plan here, is there?
There really isn't. Yeah, the boys gave me another 45 minutes. This is post-Potapalooza 4, and we're jumping back. The beauty of video. Actually,
is that berry flavour?
Yeah, I'm running a lemon lime. Lemon lime savvy code imposter for 70% off. Well done, us. With me here today, Mark McConnell.
Hello, everybody.
Former tactical unit and negotiator, and still wears his hat backwards as a 40-something-year-old man.
Gets away with it.
Oh, he's good looking.
Yeah.
He is a good looking unit.
I actually liked if you had have continued to misspeak and called me a formal tactical operator. that would have been nice.
You were. He always had his collar up.
I did wear cowboy boots, so maybe.
Yeah. There was a couple of you lads that were a little bit.
Yeah, got a little bit loose.
We might do that. We might do a podcast on negotiators at some point down the track. Wound's keen to get on.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we'll get him. I've been trying to get Engels on.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's not. He's like, no, it's not for me.
Oh.
Have you seen him of late? Do you see what he looks like?
I saw him.
How's his facial hair?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
the young man in the back.
Just in the background. Well done, mate. Make it all about you.
That was crisp.
That was a crisp crack of the
That was louder than the one I did right next to my microphone.
That was long distance bombing.
That's Harry on number 2 now. You have to share this on your TikTok, mate.
Yep.
Just go live on your TikTok. Oh, you're banned still? Yeah. Mate, you put any of our stuff on, we're copyright banning you again. He's sitting in the Northern Quarter. And we've got Just Fitz here.
Hello.
Welcome back. Right. Oh, God, I'm going to have to get better at the button.
I like that applause thing. It's the only time I get applause.
Do you? Mm. Yeah. It's the only time you get laughs. Already. Yeah. Harry's like, what are you guys laughing at? We have sound effects, Harry. All right. Got Harry on before. I was like, hey, mate, press the buttons. And he just went. That's a lot. I'm going to have to. They basically pressed all of them, and I was like, right, so you've got no idea what any of them just did? Oh, they're taking forever to stop too. Look at this. All right, cool. We're back in.
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm still Bluetoothed on too, so hopefully no one rings me in the meantime.
Oh, they can be on too.
Oh, yeah, whoever it is, we're answering.
We'll see what movies they're into.
Yeah, very true. So movies, who wants to start with, what do you want to go with?
I'm going to get out there early, mate. I probably stopped watching movies around about 2002 because I don't know why, but I really like the 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe...
Right, so you are going to go with movies. I thought you were going to go, I don't watch movies anymore. Yeah, I was like, this is going to be a hard podcast.
Yeah. No, I still get out a little bit to see them, but yeah, I like the 90s stuff. And again, maybe it's just that midlife crisis kind of stuff, but let's talk Back to the Future. Let's talk Top Gun. Let's talk old war movie. Let's talk all of that.
Yeah,
because that's where I'm at.
Right. So run me through your top emergency services and veterans movies from the 90s. So Die Hard's 100% one.
Yeah. So Die Hard's cool.
It's definitely the way the policing is. What are you laughing at, Fitzy?
Hey, I did my tour of LA and I went to Nakatomi Towers.
Oh. Mate, Christmas special. I love that it's a Christmas movie now.
Yeah.
It's like it's so
Bruce Willis came out and said it is not a Christmas movie.
Did he? Mm. Was that before or after Parkinson's?
Well, he hasn't spoken after, has he?
That's the thing because he blasphemed.
Yeah, quick, hit a sound effect, mate.
Awkward.
Yeah, but and we talk about, don't put that on when I'm talking. But you talk about cop movies and stuff like that, and some of them I don't mind. Actually, took young Harry to go see Bad Boys, which is cool.
Which one?
The latest one.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But it's funny, man. I still sit there maybe with the old copper kind of thing. And they're letting rounds go left, right, centre. There's body cams.
Is that not how it is?
And I'm just like, man, that's got to look like that's a lot of use of force forms. You know what I'm saying?
But the End of Watch, did you watch that?
No.
Really?
It's good.
You're going to have to get around it. Yeah, it's interesting because they actually do cop stuff, but there's like a bit of LSC in there. There's a guy going, nah, the job doesn't have your back and rah, all this sort of, like that guy. And he's like, no, this is bullshit. He goes, don't go to these jobs. It's rubbish and this and that. He's amusing. Then you got like the real gung-ho, everything's the biggest crime in the world thing that they're flying to and stuff. And then, but then they go behind it. It's like them taking the piss out of, they've found like there's a gold AK that they take off these Mexicans at one point. They're all like, hey, get mad photos and stuff with it. And then, and then they're doing paperwork, and they're like, oh, and they're all
it's just 2 hours of dude sitting at their computer going, killing me. I've got to put this brief together.
Yeah, it's classic. But then they're writing, and then like you see him look around. There's one part where he fights old mate. He goes in, he sees this gangbanger, and he's like, righto, mate, you're under arrest. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. He goes, righto. He goes, if you fight me, he goes, all right, I'll fight. And he goes, if you win, I'll put the cuffs on myself. And then old mate's like, all right. They're like, wait, lock the door. They go out. They're like, turn the cameras off. And they're like, and then they blew, and old mate wins, and and old mate put the cuffs on. I was just like, respect. But it's just funny because I was like, I bet you there's cops out there that have done that. Yeah. Well, back in the day, it was probably standard. It was like, yeah, well, you are fighting regardless.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm just thinking of stories that I can't tell. But mate, look, but yeah, the cop stuff, and I get like they've got to make it exciting and stuff like that. So it's always interesting to watch them. But for me, 90s movies, I guess, Heartbreak Ridge. You remember that?
Oh, yep.
With Clint Eastwood. That was really, really cool. And even when we're laughing about Die Hard, it's like, I just wish I had have had that opportunity to hit someone with a surfboard or something.
I thought you were going to say to live like a drunk on your own in a caravan on the beach.
Yeah.
Not a bad gig.
Yeah. I just want to wear the singlet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Like that's his uniform the whole time. It's amazing. So good.
It is, yeah.
I love that his life outside of work is just such a train wreck.
Yep.
But he's so good at his job.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's not entirely untrue. I've met some people that just struggle with life, but are just prodigies when they come to actual investigation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's not, but the rest of it.
Mate,
Doesn't he drive a car in like 4? Doesn't he drive a car up a ramp into a chopper or something?
Yeah, and I'm sure we've all thought that when we're driving. Yeah. Like, can I make it? And the answer is usually always no.
And you never get a chopper anyway, so it's like you're not really going to attack it with a car.
I don't want to be overly topical at the moment, but some people think they can fly choppers in Queensland.
Oh, I've missed this.
You didn't see the news?
No.
Oh, actually, I shouldn't be laughing. Maybe we'll edit that one out.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, should we move on?
A dude in Cairns who ex-New Zealand, come to Australia, part of the ground crew at a helicopter company.
Oh, he was a ground crewman, was he?
Yeah, so he's a ground crew guy.
Literally just his old job.
Just took it for a flight.
Yeah. As his farewell, he's like, well,
not ground crew.
I'm pretty sure I can fly. I've got the mentality of a pilot.
Yeah.
So
I've watched Maverick and the original Top Gun.
Yeah, and took off and crashed in a hotel.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And
wow.
One of the boys that I used to work with, he went to Dubai.
Yep.
And it's a lot. The air traffic rules aren't amazing over there, and they can't like some Sultan or something. And he's like, "Hey, we're flying," and he's like, "You don't have a license." He's like, and he's like, "I pay you to do this," and he reckons he got in the back. He goes, "Oh mate, had done maybe 2 lessons, and he was under the weather from something, and he just sat in the back, and we got to the hover, and I'm literally dying, literally dying. The thing went all over the place, and then because he actually had the pilot with him, and the pilot's like taking over. He's like, you aren't, you're not flying this, I'm flying it. And then they ended up putting it down, and then he left because he's under contract. So I don't think he's allowed back in Dubai now, but he left, went on a plane, just left because he knew he wasn't. He's like, I'm going to die here.
Yes,
and he would have gone to jail because he was breaching contract or something like that. So he's like, that's it, I'm out. So he had to fly out and hope he got there before his the boss worked it out. But yeah, loose over there. No good.
What about you, my man? What are your movies that you are? What's your go-to?
The funny thing is, like now that I've done a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, so I was in a thing called Clickbait, and we had to go there, and they were like, right, how they're like, because it gets around pretty quick when you're on a set. They're like, oh, that guy's actually been in the job when I'm doing it, and then they're like, how would you do this? And I was like, all right, we'll go to a section of 12 people or whatever. And then, so they wanted to open the back of a roller door, and the guy's got a knife or something in there. He was supposed to have it. And turns out he's not in there. But they were like, how would you do this? I was like, well, we've all got long arms. I'm like, so why would I go towards the guy with a knife? And they're like, oh, I see where you're coming from. And then I was like, so I'd have a dude here behind cover. There'd be a dude over here. And he goes, oh, I want him like that. I'm like, no, that's crossfire. I'm like, so then you're literally shooting at each other. He's like, oh, okay. And I was like, right. He goes, well, you show me how you do it. So we did it. And he was fucking bored out of his brain.
Yeah.
It was so bored. Because everybody's out of frame from where they were. Because I'm like, mate, these things are easy doing 100 and like exactly where you're aiming at. It's not even a drama. And then he's like, oh, I want somebody to jump up and then open the roller door. I'm like, what? You see when he's full body exposed to a roller door with a dude waiting in ambush? And he's like, oh, I see what you're saying. I'm like, yeah. I said, none of this is. I said, but mate, you are the director, so whatever you want to do,
make it
we will do. Yeah, like
yeah.
I mean, I'll just keep my finger off the trigger and stand wherever it is you want.
Yeah,
I'm like, that'll be the realism that you get. But so in the end, it's like he showed us the frame. He goes, you have from here to here. He's like, try and be as tactical as you can between this mark and this mark. And we're like, all right, cool, done. And then so we run up, and then he just wants us to stack up on either side of this door. And then old mate jumps in the middle, gets up on the thing, and just pulls it up himself, and then gets his long arm from behind him, pulls it around in front, gets the torch up, so it's real dramatic and stuff that you can see it, and he's like, clear. And I was like, man. And the dude that they got up there was a stunty. So he was the only one out of the 10 of us there that had never operated a firearm before. Yeah. So it was like, it was terrible. And then we had to, so we turned up, we got out of this van. And the van it was brand new, Teflon floor and stuff, and there's like 12 of us in the back. And the stunty's driving it. He's driving like he thinks cops drive to jobs, unbeknownst to the fact that 0 people are restrained in the back. There are 12 dudes who aren't getting paid the stuntman wage. Stuntman wage is on like $1,200 a day. We're on $280 at best. And we had to eat last. Like, it was ridiculous. But so we're there. He comes in, flies in. They want to do that. You know how you always see the cops always rock up and they stop fast enough and the car rocks?
Yeah.
Just to prove that they came in fast.
Yeah.
So he's doing that. And we're like now all crumped up because there's 12 of us in the back. And he's slamming on the brakes just for the thing. And all you can hear is, oh, fuck. But still, we get out of the van quicker than him, and he's in the driver's seat. So we like get out. One of the boys gets out of the front, like the passenger seat, gets out, comes around because he can't get in front of old mate because he's the special dude. And he's the only one not wearing a helmet. They told us to all be clean shaven and we're wearing balaclavas. Yep. So that was irrelevant. It's just stupid. And then we're all wearing ballas, clean shaven, and and wearing a helmet. Old mate gets out, no balla. It's around his neck because he wants his face seen because he's an actual actor. We're all trying to hide our faces because we didn't want to get seen for various reasons.
Yes.
And then it was and he's got a beard. So like the one guy that you can see is like, and his chin strap's undone. And we're just, oh, mate.
It's a lot of push-ups if you do that on
floors. Exactly. But it's like he's got out and he's like, he's trying to look hard. And you're like, mate, that's not, like, you're not cooler by being different than everyone else. Like, that's not how it works.
But it's funny, mate, with the expert opinions and stuff. Like, I'm going to go back, right, to the DVD days.
Oh, yep.
So I got Top Gun, the DVD, and I had all the extras and I had everything like that.
25th anniversary?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, with the gold
so good.
stuff.
Yep.
On there is the...
Have you seen it, is it?
Top
25th anniversary?
No.
Oh, I've got the DVD too.
Yeah. So one of the audio commentaries is from the Navy expert that advised on the movie. And you've never heard a more disappointed dude because he's doing that scene towards the end where it's like, I'm too close to missiles, I'm switching to gun.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, look, I tried to tell him that even at this range, even if he shoots him down, the debris is going to take out that. And he was so sad. And the old inverted scene where he's above him.
Yeah, they give each other a thing. Oh, that's iconic.
Yeah, but then he's talking about like the aerodynamics, and he's like, if this was real, the wind forces and the gusts and stuff would just suck the two aircraft into each other.
Yeah.
He would have loved the new one then.
Yeah.
They do a corkscrew towards the ground.
Yeah. Oh, and they just pull out. No big deal. But that it's funny though because that's where you got to let go of how realism works versus what looks good on TV.
Yeah,
and you're like, because that is hilarious. That part, like when they take a Polaroid. But that's 80s, man. Like that is 100% the 80s. It's so good. And I could understand that old mate, who's an actual pilot,
Yeah.
would be livid with that. But I bet you he looks back at it now and he goes, that is an iconic scene.
Oh yeah,
Full of shit, but
Yeah.
it's iconic.
yeah, and it's funny with that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's interesting with the director who comes across and he asks you to try and make it as real as possible. And you can value add if you're doing it by you walk the way that you would walk, or you like your pine corners and stuff, like you do that sort of stuff. Like that stuff you can still bring into it because that stuff they won't direct you to do. They're just like, oh, we had this one guy, he comes up and we were normal coppers at this one. And there's like a shot rings out, right? And he's like, he goes, oh, I want you to like just look frantic. Like, oh, where's that come from? Whatever else it is. I was like, no, mate. I was like, because we're supposed to be protecting some high profile person as well.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you guys, just, react like you really would. I'm like, well, do you want me to react like I really would, or do you want me to act frantic? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, how would you act? I'm like, well, mate, I'd turn to where the sound came from. Old mate needs to get out of the way. We're literally protecting old mate. He's the most important thing. We're going to take him to ground and take him away or whatever. I said, and I'm not going to sit there and frantically look whatever. I'm hitting the ground to try and work out where it's come from and return fire.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, well, it'll look better on camera. I was like, cool, no dramas, but like your issue is react like I would, or tell me what you want me to do. Like they're two different things.
It's funny with that sort of stuff, mate. I can't remember who it was, but it was an Australian actor going to do a Hollywood movie and that sort of thing. And they're like, yep, we want an Australian. It's like, sweet, I'm an Australian. And they're like, yeah, but that's not really the right Australian accent that we're looking for. It's like, bro, this is how I speak, man. So, yeah, it's sort of interesting with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so this movie that I'm looking at doing at the moment, they wanted me, when I did an audition, they wanted me to have an American accent. But it was like it's like a Midwestern one.
Yeah.
I looked it up, it's like Fargo.
Yes.
And then I reread it again and it didn't sound, it sounded a little bit different to how it was. It was just like not entirely, they didn't want Texas drawl, I don't think, is what they just didn't want Texas, I think, is what they were doing. And that's literally taking the piss is like the only accents I can do. So it's like it's really hard to do a slight accent.
Yeah, yeah.
You can either, like even with Australian.
How'd you go with it?
I didn't get that role, so there's your heads up.
But I was setting you up to do.
Yeah, no, I was there waiting for it. But no, but it was funny because I did that and sent it off, and but it came back. They were like, "Oh, we want you to do a different part." So I was supposed to be like DS or directing staff or whatever you want to call it on a course, which I was keen on because that was like, "Oh, dudes, 35 to 45." I was like, "Oh, cool, in my wheelhouse. I'm there, no dramas." And then they were like, and the candidates are all 20 to 30. Yep. And now they're like, hey, they actually really liked you and they want you to be one of the candidates now. I was like, oh, it's a completely different gig. Because one of them, I'm standing there cross-armed just yelling at people. Now I'm one of the dudes getting yelled at. They're like, oh, can you swim? And I was like, oh, God, here we go. So like, we're doing like an overnighter in Bright and stuff like that. So I'll have to hit you up and see if you want to come along.
I'll come get you.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, you need to be fit. And I was like, well, that's not me.
Yeah, no.
But so it sounds like we're going to be doing running, obstacle courses. They're like, oh, there'll be a bunch of chin-ups and stuff. So we're obviously just going to be dudes doing chin-ups on that. We're going to be sex symbols, realistically.
Isn't it just supposed to be like a montage?
Exactly, like Rocky.
Rocky
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Do 6 months of training in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be a bunch of us standing there and we're like, for the core, all that sort of stuff, just yelling that sort of stuff out. Like when you're a believer back in the day.
Yeah, I remember those things.
Yeah, so just, we'll channel that. We'll get around it. We'll see if we can get Just Fitzy there as well.
So,
He's like, I don't reckon.
What movies? Now you've sort of
we're not allowed
said
to talk
that
about it.
No. What movies do you rate up there though as your favourite?
Oh yeah,
movie?
I forgot that's what
you
I was leading with.
You started on that, but then you went back into your acting career, which is pretty vast. I have been to Living Space. Remember that?
Oh, gee.
Amazing movie. But Backpacker #1 and Barbecue Guy #2. I think it was.
Yeah. Same movie, two roles. It was taxing.
Yep. Favorite cop movie?
Black Hawk Down. Ooh. I was a mad fan for.
Is it a cop movie?
No,
Are you taking a piss? You don't know what Black Hawk Down is?
No, cop movie.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
So that's your Warry movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I actually really love Jump Street with Channing Tatum.
Oh.
To me, it is the most realistic movie I've seen compared to my career versus all these other ones. Mate, that part where they chase people on the bikes, like they're riding on the bikes and they're like this isn't what we signed up for.
Mate, you don't.
I was like, that is when I got to Vic Pole. I was like, that's what I'm doing.
Mate, you don't need to cover up. He's a dreamboat, all right? I get it.
Yeah, but I was, Jonah. I was Jonah. But the part where they're literally chasing those dudes and then they see bikies and they're like, yeah, let's get them. I'm like, this is literally me. I'm like, and then you go over there and they arrest some dude and then they got to do the meander rights. I couldn't even tell you what it is now.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew you had like, you don't have to say or do anything, but I was like, from there, I'm just like, you do, and then I'd lose it because I'd think of that movie, and I'm like, you do have the right to be an attorney.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of. I'm so upset now that body worn cameras came. I remember being at CERT, and then because obviously we never used to give anyone caution rights, we just want to talk to anyone because you didn't have to do a statement then, but we had I arrested this dude, and then we're standing there, and then one of the people came past like, "Oh, have you read him his rights yet?" And I'm like, nah, but he hasn't said anything. Like, he's not talking. I'm like, we're not talking to him. We haven't asked him anything. It's good to go. Like, when the detectives get here, they'll do it. And he goes, no, just do it now in case. I'm like, oh. And everyone's looking around, and then I got out this brand new blue card.
Did you?
I was like, oh, thank God I have this with me. But because of the fold, it had been folded for like 4 years because that was the last time I gave anyone their caution rights. But it was folded, and it says like a line missing. And now I'm just like, it's got to be something. What is it again?
Something about the human rights.
I just like mumbled it. I was just like,
the best ones with those blue cards is obviously you got caution rights on one side, but when people would get nervous,
yep.
and it's like they'd put someone under arrest, and they'd be like, I tend to interview you today in relation, and they're like, oh no, it's the wrong side.
Wrong side. Oh God, it's not even that hard, but. You know, you've probably chased somebody, you've climbed a couple of fences, you've done whatever, you've just arrested some punter, and now you're like, oh, I've got to arrest him. Right, gotcha. Okay, deep breath, and blue card's gone. Excellent. I'm like, well, now, mate, don't say anything because the cops will get you. This is pretty much where I'd be going with it. But mate, you say anything, it's probably going to come up in court. That's your heads up. I wouldn't say anything if I was you. You know
how sometimes you go through some stuff and you think that everyone goes through it.
Yep.
Yeah, this isn't one of those. This is just you, bro. You know, you're under arrest for theft. You're not obliged to say or do anything. Anything you do say or do may be used in evidence. You understand that? So there you go. There you go.
Well, one of us was a better cop than the other one. Look, to be fair, I never used to do briefs, so I didn't need to worry about that.
Yeah. No, let's try and stay away from those. What about you, Fitzy?
Cool movies-wise. So probably you've already touched on my favourite cop movies, the one that you said before, End of Watch.
Jump Street. Oh.
Jump Street.
End of Watch. I really like that one.
It's a great movie.
Good movie.
Yep.
And it's shot from, partly body worn.
Yeah.
Partly, it's all over the place. But yeah, I like that one.
Mate,
I love the war movies. I'm big on the war movies.
But so End of Watch, right? I can't believe it. You're gonna love it. Go watch it. It's sick.
So I'll tell you why I struggle a little bit with cop movies, right? And you can tell me why this one isn't the same.
Yep.
It's because pretty much every cop movie I see, there's a guy who's corrupt and he's doing drugs with the crooks, and then there's a guy who is on the case and it turns out he's the actual murderer, and like it's always weird shit like that. Like it's never just that day-to-day. I mean, day-to-day stuff's probably not going to get a lot of fucking hits on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, it's always that real out there kind of stuff, and I'm like,
So the End of Watch,
it does have some out there stuff. It has to be a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But at the same time,
not like that.
Yep.
No, but like the part where it gets real loose, but that could happen. Cartels are pretty extreme.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Like,
if I was dealing with a cartel, it might get a little bit weird. Like, I can understand that.
Yeah. But it's like from where it comes from, it's like it's a legitimate thing. And then it's like when you've
it's set in LA, so
yeah, like it's just north of the border. But and if like two cops upset a cartel, you're like, well, yeah, there's three cops. They're not they're not SWAT cops. They're not. They're just two dudes on the van. And it's funny because they're rolling together, and a lot of it is just them talking shit in the van, which is so realistic. And they're like giving each other grief, and then they're like saying, one of them's like a bit of a playboy and stuff like that, and the other one's a dude who's been married like since day dot or whatever it is, and the other guy's always teasing him, going, "Mate, you need to settle down, get a proper wife, and this and that." And I was like, "Oh, you're right over it, etc., etc." And then so there's there's parts in between the hectic parts where they're just talking smack or they're doing paperwork, or like there's one part when the boss comes in and they're looking at this gold AK, which is what leads to the other stuff. But they're like talking. The boss walks in and he goes, "Is it weird? Is it weird that I get it harder when he comes in?" Like I love him. What's it go here? Because the boss comes in, they see that, and they're like, "Oh, can I see that, mate?" And like it's like an inspector or super or whatever.
Yeah.
He like picks it up. He goes, "Oh, great job today, boys! You guys killed it." He goes, "So proud of you guys, bro." This and that. And he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Is it gay if I, like, what about if I just blow him? Like, is that?" Yeah, he's such a cool guy. Like, do we do that? And the other guy's like, "Man, I really worry about you sometimes." And it's like it's just dumb shit that we would say, like, well, you're like, I would never say that.
Yeah. No.
But like it's great like that. And then, but it's also, it's really sad when certain things happen. It's exciting when other things happen. It's like, but there's cop stuff, but then there's family life stuff, and it's really good.
I'll tell you one TV show that I've seen. It's the only, how whenever we get behind, what do they call them? The ones that they have on RBTs and it's like, no, I'm never watching that. I don't know if you've ever seen it in the States. It's a show, I think it was called PD Live. Have you ever seen it or heard about it?
Is this a cartoon?
No, it was legit, right? Oh. But it was almost like a sports sort of panel kind of setup. And they had live cameras all over the country. So they'd be like, all right, now we're going to cross to Houston where Officer Burson is about to execute a warrant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they cross to Houston and then they're doing whatever. And they're like, all right, that seems to be going all right. Then they go to Memphis.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, and we need to get back to Houston right now. And Burson's like legging it up.
Yeah.
It was actually really, really entertaining because he literally didn't know what was going to happen.
But was that, so is it like cops, but, so it's like, was it real?
Yeah, 100% real.
That's amazing.
It was really weird. Like, I'm sure it's called PD Live. So yeah, like some of them, you turn across and it's literally just a traffic intercept.
Yeah,
nothing happens. But then all of a sudden, it just got something to go pear shaped somewhere in the country, and they cross to that.
I used to love Cops. That show Cops, that was so good.
How many careers do you reckon you'd have had to make one episode of Cops?
Yeah. But in Australia, like Cops in America too. Like it's funny because you join up because you see Cops, you're like, yeah, those guys are staunch and they're doing this, doing that, and then you join up, you're like, oh, yeah, it's not like that here.
I don't know if we covered off on it in the first one, mate. And for the people that don't know, but for people in my vintage, when we joined the police, when you start to get a little bit jaded, the big saying we had was, "Where the fuck is my jet ski?"
Yeah.
Because all the ads and the recruitment ones, you got dudes on jet skis like fucking boom, like, right? And you're like, man, I did 15 years and I didn't get to ride one jet ski. Like that ain't cool.
OIU was running the 4-wheel motorbikes for a bit.
Yeah, they had the little beach.
Yeah. They real push that too. And then when the boys got on the court, there was like 3 people did it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'll ask you a question.
Go on.
What's either the most common or the most weirdest thing someone has seen in a movie and then asked you about and thought, hey, this is real? Like, is this how it's like? Like for me, as an ex-negotiator, obviously the old Samuel L. Jackson negotiator kind of stuff. So that comes up a fair bit with the old mate Spacey. The old, is it true that, you can't say no to him? Like, that scene, he's like, don't say no.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. So is there anything that
well, that's interesting because I wonder if it is different over there or if everyone's running the same sort of scenario. Because, we were like, no, you could say no to people.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're like,
damn it. All right, so just for the listeners, when I was first on this podcast, I said it 100%. Probably about 1,000 times. So I'm trying to get it out of my vocab. So if you hear me say 100%, feel free to take a shot, and you should be drunk within 3 minutes.
McConnell drinking games. Yeah. Mate, we had this one job where old mate's he was up on a roof when I got there. Turning up as a negotiator, this bloke's up on a roof. And he had pillows, he had smokes, he had food, he had a doona. I was like,
what do you do in that situation? Do you put the place on fire, or how do you get him off?
No, but they gave it to him because they didn't want to say no to anything. They're like, oh, he was cold. I'm like, well, he would have come down then.
Yeah, he was cold.
They're like, he was hungry. I'm like, yeah. So get the food when he comes down, he can eat. They're like, he was thirsty. It's human rights. I'm like, yeah, he can have it if he comes down.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, why would that dude even talk to me now? He's literally living better up there than he was in the house. It's just like, but yeah, so no is an actual thing that comes out of it. I think the pit maneuver is probably something that you get a fair bit.
Yep.
Because I remember when Channel 7 used to follow the cars here. They there was like a brief window of about 6 months where Channel 7 was actually live streaming pursuits.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing. I remember because we were in the car, we'd watch. We were like, hey, this dude's, and you're like, hey, boss, this guy's going full crazy. We need to actually do something about it. And they're like, oh. But they'd be looking at the comments and they'd be like, oh, cops need to call this away because it's too dangerous. And you'd see them go, oh, I don't want to make a call now. Yeah. And then the other ones would be like, someone needs to do something. And it's getting to like 80%. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's how a lot of decisions are made nowadays. It's like, what's the ratio on do something to not do something? That'd be amazing if your actual boss for the day was Facebook. Yeah. Just having a vote. If it's like,
it's funny, mate, like even with that pit maneuver, like I was never in the situation where I had to do it, but let's say it was absolutely situation critical. I had to do it. Literally would have been just trying to copy cops. Like, I'm pretty sure
Zero
I've seen
training.
This on the TV. Like, no, I'd miss and end up just flying off into a ditch.
Yeah. It'd be so funny watching you.
just a random car coming from the side.
And just miss and go and just seeing a cop car.
I think they do that on the cop movies anyway. Generally, the car goes up on the side and ends in. You always hit water things. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. Those water things on the freeway
everywhere,
all the time. I've never seen one in real life. I wonder if that's just an American thing. That's funny.
I can't speak to cop movies, but you said something before that something that comes up with things that you've been involved in.
Yeah,
and I know that you and me went to the movies a while ago, Burso, and watched that movie Danger Close.
Oh yeah,
hilarious. And the main thing that's like funny about it is, and it's a great movie, but they take a lot of army sayings,
just use them weird,
kind of in context, but not how it's said. And I know that no one else was laughing in the cinema except for me and Burson.
I lost it, mate.
We were laughing because they just kept saying them not quite right. And
yeah. Like, hey, mate, how's your day been? Oh, not here to fuck spiders, mate. You're like, sorry, what?
I think that's probably even more too much in context. Like, that almost works. Yeah. It was sort of
that was the saying that
it was kind of they'd been all professional in the middle of a briefing. They're still doing a briefing professionally, and then it'd be, I'm not here to fuck spiders.
Yeah.
Let's go pull some socks up caterpillars.
Yeah.
It just didn't quite make sense. And
it was classic, mate.
But they kept throwing them in there. All of them. I reckon I heard all of the one-liners throughout my
You reckon they just had like a cheat sheet or something?
Yeah. They had a cheat sheet. I don't think they knew what any of them meant. That's probably a good spot to chuck that in there.
I reckon some of the actors there were playing like line bingo. And they were just trying to see how many they could get in.
Yes, got it in there.
Yeah. Oh God, that was great. Because it's Travis Fimmel.
It's one of my favourite movies simply for those comments.
Like it's an Aussie movie. Travis Fimmel's like
long
one
10,
of them.
Yeah. Got a long 10.
Yeah, but and he's doing his best job at being. It's funny because was he an officer? So this is where I sort of got confused.
Hang on, who is it? The guy that's in
Ragnar.
Yeah, Ragnar is an officer.
Yeah, so he's
a captain.
Yeah, but the way he talks is very enlisted scum.
Yep.
You know, like say he'd be an officer, and you're like, well, officers aren't doing what he's doing. Yep. No offense to anyone who's been commissioned.
He's a hardcore officer. Remember, he's from the SAS, and then he's back with the infantry scum.
Yeah.
So he's disgusted with them. It's golden and treats them all like shit.
Yeah. And just using the sayings at the wrong time.
There's so many.
And even like the way it's sort of said, like the emphasis is like on the wrong words. It's like, I'm not here to spiders. It's just like, what? Sorry, mate.
It's so good.
I just reckon there's a dude there. There's a military advisor just doing the inverted.
They've obviously done their homework and they've really picked up on a whole heap.
Yeah.
So many.
I love that they've tried to include a bunch of stuff, but it's so funny.
Just not quite right.
But it's like when you were talking about the officer not doing officer shit.
Yeah.
Like you see that in cop movies all the time where it's like, you know, the 62-year-old dude who's investigating and he's like, we're going to get this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's putting on fucking body armor.
Yeah.
And he's like, follow me through the door, boys. Yeah. And you're like, wait, what?
Have you seen The Rookie?
I've seen the ads.
It kills me because old mate's 42, right? Yeah. So we're literally the same age. I could go back. It's like, whether they'd have me or not's another question, but I'm like, I could go back and do it. Like, you know, Nolan's doing it on the show.
Yeah.
But he's been in for where I'm up to now. It's probably been in for about 12 months, right? He's had a shootout with the cartels. He's probably shot a good 12 people.
Yep.
and they're like that is, and he's always the first into a room.
Yeah.
He's always negotiating with the people because they're like, oh, he's older, so he's he's more mature and he's doing really well. And he's always making everything a teachable moment, which is hilarious. Because he does it at like inappropriate times to make it a teachable moment, but people bring it up. They're like, "Is this really the time you want to go?" He goes, "I think this is the best time to be going with it."
Yeah.
Like, I have your undivided attention.
And look,
But he's he's a mad fighter as well. Like, but he's not really.
Yeah. And my mom, like, apologies, 'cause my mind's just bouncing around here. But I don't know if you remember.
Because you're on a Pepsi now instead of a Savvy.
Yeah, I know. But do you remember a show called Jag?
Oh yes.
So my old man loves Jag.
Yep.
Right. And that motherfucker would be like in a courtroom prosecuting a case.
What's in that? Harmon Rab?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, Your Honour, I need to take an adjournment. And they're like, all right, yeah, cool, no worries. It's like, why? Because I got to go fly an F-14 Tomcat. And then the next scene, he's like, getting thrown off a carrier and stuff.
You see his pager come up. He's like, he's trying to defend someone from a murder or something that's happened overseas.
Mate, if my old man listened to this podcast, he will be horrified. But I'm sorry, Daddy. It's just not overly realistic.
Yeah, but his offsiders too were always smoking hot.
Yeah.
But also, it was funny too because this is a while ago, and the female characters in there are all really they're in great shape. They're smoking hot, but their uniform fits, which is different from most uniforms for starters. But it's actually tailored to a female, but is always like she kicks ass. Like everyone that she's had, like they all fight better than him.
Yes.
Yeah, like he flies planes. That's his jam. But he's always saved by some chick on the ground who's kicking ass. Yeah. And I'm like, why don't we have those strong characters anymore?
I'm just imagining him in like a nightclub meeting a girl and like, oh, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, are you really? I'm also a fighter pilot.
Yeah. Like I'm a lawyer by day, but this pager goes off. I'm in the Cold War again. Don't you worry about me.
And man, it's funny when you talk about like people what they think is real. I remember working the watch house out of Werribee. I'm doing my thing. It was something minor, right? Minor crime. Like, I don't know, someone had been putting junk mail in the letterbox where it says no junk mail. And this lady's talking to me on the phone.
Is that a crime?
Yes, 100%. That's why you'd ring the station.
Yeah. So she's talking to me and I'm just like, look, there's nothing I can do. Okay? And I remember she goes, look, if you don't do anything, I'm going to go to the federal police.
And you went, do you want to know the number?
Do you know what I said? And it's actually a real good like rapport builder. Because I was like, no, it's not like the movies. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, we don't have like the FBI that look after us. And she's like, oh.
I'm like, hey, I can give you the federal police's number. I guarantee they'll give you less airtime than I'm getting.
Man.
Like, have you tried ringing Australia Post?
Yeah.
Or just told the 12-year-old kid to read the sticker that you've got on here saying, hey, that says no junk mail.
No junk mail.
Just for your advice, this is junk mail that you're giving me. Just a heads up.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Good times. What else we got? Black Hawk Down, I love for Army.
Saving Private Ryan.
Mate, that kills me, that movie.
Best movie ever.
That part where old mate just sits there while his mate gets stabbed, like
that does make me.
That affected me.
Does upset me a lot, but at the same time, pretty full on stuff that's going on.
He was getting mad death threats after that, apparently.
Oh, really?
Which is fair enough because it's not often a dude's portrayal of a character. I'm like, yeah, he's acting. I'm like, that dude, I hate him. I hated him from that.
Up him.
And then I saw he was in another movie recently and I hated him again. And it's been, I don't even know how long that's been, but I saw
95 or 96, I reckon that came out.
Oh, really?
Mm.
So, yeah, and I saw him in another movie. I'm like, I hope someone kills him in this movie.
Did they?
I think I might have just turned it off. Wow. Like really affected me. I was like, you are the epitome of a worm and I cannot stand you.
It's funny with stuff. Like I love war movies, but like, again, maybe more the old school ones. Like I don't like scenes like that. I hate it. Like, and again, it's not so much the gory stuff. It's just looking at that guy, and maybe that's what good movies do. I don't know, but yeah,
that's the thing. Like when a movie really affects you, like even one way or another, it's like, well, the movie's done what it wanted to, and not every movie, obviously. I mean, they used to and that's what the beauty of the 90s was. The good guy won, all the time.
Yep.
You know, like it didn't matter what the scenario was. You're talking Terminator. Talking like Predator or whatever, like Arnie, whatever role Arnie was playing, you know, he won. He's like Commando.
Well, hang on, he didn't win in the first one.
In the Terminator,
not Terminator. Is it Terminator?
Terminator, he's done a few. So
What's the one where he comes from the future? And,
yeah, he was a bad guy in the future.
In the first one,
Yeah. We went. John Connor wins.
no. So that
Sarah
one,
Connor wins.
Sarah Connor wins. John Connor, when he comes back, he's the father figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's the good guy.
Yeah, and he sends his like best mate back to have sex with his mum to make it. That's weird if you look into that.
I think I've seen that movie on the internet.
Terminator 2 is it's the only one worth watching. It just goes downhill from there.
Oh, Sarah Connor got stuck in the washing machine. So brother came back from time. And anyway, wow. Yeah, Fitzy's like, we're getting cancelled again, boys.
Definitely.
Rocky loses in the first one.
Oh yeah, true.
But it was like a motivational loss.
Yeah. It was there to get him fired up, but it didn't leave you with a bad feeling.
No, it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
And little did we know it was opening up for 9 more movies to come afterwards.
Yeah.
They're not finished yet.
No, but he he just sits in the background too of some of them. He's like, I work at the bar now. He's I'm at the bar. The new guy came in and he had a drink, and you get hit, yeah.
Well, he's punch drunk. I like the one now where he's flying the plane around and he's got his little hit squad that go around and do all the.
Oh, Expendables.
Yeah, that's great.
That is the close, and it's funny because they've all grabbed the guys from the 90s.
Yes.
But the Expendables is amazing.
You name a guy, they're on there. Someone hard, they're on there.
Not even remotely hard. Dolph Lundgren, how is he? He vanished for ages. Now he's back with a vengeance.
We need someone with aggressive jorts. Let's get Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes. Mate, I love that Stone Cold Steve Austin is not a character.
The rattlesnake.
He is actually, if you met him in real life, 100% he's smashing 2 cans,
I know, yeah.
drinking them, and he's going to be wearing jorts. There is not a chance he turns up in a suit and speaks differently.
He's not even trying to get attention. He's just sitting quietly in a bar and knocking them back like that.
I reckon he got into wrestling by accident. He would have been at a bar, got into a bar fight in front of Vince McMahon, and he just went, "Oh, you?" And he goes, "Hell yeah!" Cool, man. Hey, like, I need you to play a character. He's like, "Shut the up, mate." He's like, "Rightio, that'll do it." You know what? I'm just going to give you beers. I'll tell you when to go out. I'll tell you when to come back.
Exactly. Go
He's
smash some people.
He's like, "What? So I can smash people with chairs and do whatever?" He goes, "Yes, mate. Just what I just saw you doing now. Either go out, and I'm going to save you some jail time."
Have you, and wow, we're getting off topic. This is cool. Have you seen Behind the Mat?
No.
So it's behind the scenes of the wrestling stuff. And this is like with Mankind and all those sort of dudes. And holy shit, man, like probably not a great choice, but there's one thing where Mankind actually, he's doing a cage match with like the Undertaker.
Sock puppet man.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that, Fitzy?
But he brings his family.
Oh, really?
So, and his young kids, and they're sitting front row center.
Yeah.
He's getting chucked off this 7 foot, 8 foot
cage thing, yeah.
Ends up legit cut. He's
Yeah.
bleeding. The kids are freaking out. And you're like, oh, maybe leave
and
the kids at home.
And he's not breaking character.
No. He's doing his thing, but the
Yeah.
kids are freaking out because dad's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was his go-to.
Yeah.
So Mankind is like an overweight dude with a bit. Did he at the start? Was he wearing a mask as well? He had like some mask on.
Yeah,
I think
so
to start off. He was Mankind, and then he changed to Nick Foley.
Yep.
But he used to have a mask, and he was just a weird unit.
Just behind the scenes here, Fitzy's eyes are going like one of those carnival things.
There was a guy that I used to work with in the army that was
Sounds
right
like this
into
guy?
all of this stuff. And so I don't remember the names of them, but I'm pretty sure there was the guy that was the producer of the whole thing that used to
it's
get in
Vince
the
McMahon,
ring.
yeah.
Tell him
Yeah,
about
so
it.
it's-
Tell him
yeah,
about
he knew all
Mankind's
about it.
favourite.
So Mankind,
finishing move.
which is funny because finishing, like, obviously they got it from Mortal Kombat or something. There's like everybody has a finisher, and then his was a sock puppet. So
Mr. Socko.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
So it was like had a sock. He used to put this sock on his hand, and he'd like just grab him in the mouth or something, wouldn't he?
Yeah, the mandible claw.
Yeah. It was like it wasn't a big move or whatever, was it? It was just like he put a sock in their mouth and they just went ah, and then he just like put him on the ground or something. Like it was.
In fairness, that's probably when I tap out. Yeah. Someone's just socking my mouth.
Because he wouldn't have washed it.
Yeah, no,
It would. Yeah, it was bizarre, mate. But like that, I mean, that was 90s wrestling though. That was crazy. Really enjoyed that. Have you seen Maverick?
Yes.
I was so scared.
Scared that Mav was going to die.
Yeah.
You-
No.
You were scared it was going to be terrible.
Yeah, I was scared it was going to be bad. I was like, don't you dare ruin this.
Mate, oh man, this is going to sound real bad. So Top Gun was my favourite movie as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And then it had such a massive gap. It was such a weird feeling for me watching that movie. And feel free to laugh at me, but it was almost like meeting an old friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it was just, and I think
It was
the
a
way they-
childhood mate that you caught up with.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. And I think the way they did it, and we were talking about expert opinions and stuff, and especially now, like YouTube's full of them, and most of those dudes are pretty pro. Like, you know, you've got ex-Top Gun pilots now doing their own YouTube stuff, and then they were going, no, this is actually pretty spot on kind of thing. And then yeah, I thought it was awesome.
That was a thing that Tom's like, I'm flying.
Yeah.
And look, I know people hate Tom Cruise for
He's a
various
dude.
things, right?
He's a
but
dude, man.
he's literally making movies because of stuff he wants to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like his Mission Impossible stuff. He's like, hey, I'm going to like base jump off a bike riding into the Grand Canyon. How's that sound? Can we base a movie around why I would need to do that? It's like, you know.
Even at the end, when he flies off in the Mustang, it's like his Mustang.
Yeah.
Like, and Jennifer Connelly is just in there. And she's like, yeah, come on, we'll go fly. Like, super cool.
Yeah. And yeah, just everything he does is just, I'm doing a stunt on this, base a movie around that. Like Mission Impossibles are literally just him going, I want to stand on the wing of a tiger moth and you guys spin around for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get in and fly it. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, I'm going to throw the pilot out. I'm going to get in and fly it. And then I want you to work out a storyline around that.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I need to do that?
Yeah.
It's like, and what is he, 60 something now? He'd have to be up there.
He'd have to. He was one guy that lost me during the Oprah years, you know, when he's jumping on the couch.
Yeah,
Like, he went through some weird times, but he's got me back.
I think he lost himself for a bit.
Yeah,
To
probably.
be fair. And like, I mean, he did have God mode set as a human. Like that'd be, I mean, I don't know. Imagine having
Yeah, what was he? He was into some weird.
Scientology and
That's
stuff.
the-
Like, he probably still is, but it's but just imagine having anywhere Tom went. Like you could walk in, you had the key to the world, basically. You walk in, someone's like, hey, get in. You had enough money to buy the building.
Yeah.
If you're like, someone gave you grief, you're like, I just bought this bar, mate, get out.
Yeah.
It's like, not that he did that, but that'd be me. I'd be super petty if I had Tom Cruise power.
I think I mentioned it maybe on the last podcast where, you know, you just get so much money. And I think it was one of the Gallagher brothers.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, he bought an apartment and the pub next door was too noisy. So he bought the pub and shut it down. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
Just the pettiness, like having that much money just to be that petty would be amazing. Oh, it'd be classic. What other movies do we have?
What about non-policey kind of movies or non?
Man, you know what? Craig, what's his name? The Craig from the Bonds.
McLaughlin?
Oh, I wish I knew our age. No,
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
yeah.
Can't think of his name.
Daniel Craig.
That's him.
That's why.
yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I was getting confused. It's his last name. Yeah, like Daniel Craig from the Bonds. He's my favourite Bond. He killed it. And then he did the Belvedere vodka ad, and it sort of lost me a bit.
So I can't watch James Bond movies because I've tried twice. My cousin
the earlier ones or the Daniel Craig ones?
so I tried to watch a Sean Connery one.
Oh, so different.
My cousin's put me onto it, right? And he
Yeah.
goes, no, mate, it's actually really good. And the opening scene for the Bond fans, you probably know which one it is. But you know when you do that thing when you hide in the corner and you like put your arms around yourself and you put your face. It looks,
Yes.
that was
It looks like you're making out with someone.
yeah. He was doing that. That was his disguise.
Yeah.
And he got away with it. And I was like, oh. And then,
Genius.
And then I tried to watch one of the later ones where there's like a plane going down. It's out of control. Bond parachutes out of something else. And then somehow they're both falling towards the ground. He drifts towards the plane and ends up like hopping in the plane and then pulling up.
Is that a Sean Connery one or is that a
No, I think that was a
real recent
more
one?
modern one, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not my thing, man.
Did you get the Bournes?
Nah.
Never got into the Bournes
I'm
either.
a big fan of those, but I like the
Yeah.
books. The books are better.
Yeah, I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it. I'm not gonna read
The books
I'll do the
are
audio book. That'll be the closest I get to reading a book. That's why I'm not reading SJ's books until she's finished them. So
Yeah, right.
Then I'll just listen to the whole thing. But what other movies have we got? Anything special?
Dazed and Confused. You seen that?
Oh yes.
Matthew McConaughey's. I think that was his first. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Have
don't-
you listened to Green Lights? His book?
No, good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's funny though because he's. Have you heard it? Read it?
Nope.
So it's funny because he.
Is it him doing the audio?
Yes.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, definitely. Because I never got into him until one of our mates put me on to Matthew Bett's Matthew Best's book. Thank you for my service.
Yeah, I've listened to that as well.
Yeah. But I love when people read their own stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if someone else reads it, you're like, yeah, it's an actor that's trying to work out what the idea is. But when they're reading their own one, and what are you laughing at?
Sorry, it just made me go back to that movie we were talking about before. Maybe that's what happened. Someone wrote down what they're supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Not here to fuck spider.
I'm not. Yeah. You just see him going, what? Why would I have sex with a spider? That makes no sense. And, I'm so confused. You're like, yes, mate, that's the idea of this weird statement. But so his book it's amazing the way he does it. But his pauses are all there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Like he says it so many times.
Oh, does he?
Because he goes to where it came from, which is I'm pretty sure it's Dazed and Confused. It's the first time he says it. But that was never part of it. But he's just like, I'm just ad-lib. Yeah, I'm just ad-libbing.
Yep.
Just do a bit of improv over here. And they did it and they just went, obviously we're keeping that.
Yeah.
And then he went, well, I'm actually keeping that for every other movie I'm ever going to be in. It's like, and I'm going to say it all the way through this book.
He's probably not even from Texas. He's just found the accent.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to ride this out for 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love that, mate. And the I think Braveheart.
Braveheart's
I love a bit of Braveheart action.
Yeah.
I was so happy with Maverick when that came out.
Yeah.
I was so excited. I was so nervous. I was so upset where it was going to be terrible. I was like, don't ruin this because this is going to ruin the legacy.
Yep.
I was like, you had it. It was perfect. It was the best. No one's ever been upset about it ever since. And you are very, and I mean, what is it? 25 years on?
Yeah. I think it was like
maybe longer,
84 or something.
Yeah.
Did you? And this is a safe place. Did you or did you not get goosebumps and or tears when Danger Zone cranked up at the start? Oh, dude, I was jacked up, man.
Amazing. So good. So good.
It was so good.
Yeah. But I mean, mate, there's so many twists in that. Even like when they fly an F-14 out.
Yeah.
Like, can't spare me. Who thought of that?
Yeah.
Absolute genius.
And
absolutely loved it.
They could have lost it at that point, but I still think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, because obviously an F-14's not winning. Not winning against anybody that's out there. Yeah, like somebody's going to fly a drone and go, no, I'm going to take that down.
Yeah.
But the way they fix that too is awesome. Like the other dude that obviously appears and does stuff is if you haven't seen it, you're an idiot. So whatever.
Hangman.
Yeah, when Hangman rocks up and like saves the day, but just has the attitude, that Maverick had the first time, and he saves him that way, and then everyone's high fiving on the deck again. I'm like, this is so good.
Even getting Val Kilmer in again as Ice, like dude literally can't talk, so they had to piece together.
Yep.
Like holy shit, it was cool.
That Hangman guy, I really love him in all these movies too. He's always the nice guy, so I'm thinking like Hidden Figures.
He's in Twisters at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah, go see Twisters. He's in it.
He's in some rom-com kind of stuff too.
Yeah, he's got that. I think that's coming out next. Yeah.
I know he's the astronaut in Hidden Figures, and he's the good dude in there. I'm like, yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah.
And he's such a dick in Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's not him.
Yeah.
Don't betray him. Like, no, don't do that to him.
His agent must have been like, hey, we're going to get more jobs if you're the nice guy going forwards. You want to get in some rom-coms? You need to be nice in the next couple.
Do you know what I do love, mate? Is that I got my kid here while we're doing it. I assume he's gone.
He's disappeared.
He's just gone wandering through the house.
Yeah, he's just left.
Yeah. I've trained him well, mate. He's come back with gold chains.
He's found all the jewelry. He's like, this is what we do. We distract him with the podcast, and then we steal all the stuff. You're not going to get much out of my joint, mate. No offense.
Hey, dude, I'm going to have to do a podcast walkout, I reckon. Drop the little man home.
So that's cool, man.
I'm going to walk out.
Well, why don't we all just walk out?
All right, it's a walkout.
It's been fun. Fitzy?
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Just do it. What's the worst that's going to happen? Just do it. Simple.